lit up.
Hello, everybody. It's another session of Tombs and Tendrils. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Since we got to play. It's been like 2 weeks.
Yeah, what is this, session 55?
Oh, dang it. You know what? This is like the eternal question.
It's always.
I don't even know.
Session 78.
I don't even know what session this is because I prepared this so long ago.
We should just start going in reverse now.
Start counting back. Yeah, you're right.
We'll just say
Oh, man.
1 AD now,
180.
after Dylan.
Oh.
Yeah, we're missing Dylan, and that's... You chose your fate. I'm just kidding. He's still with us. He's just not here today. That was terrible.
He's still with us.
His costume was dope, by the way, for Halloween. Pretty impressed.
So it's session 56.
Oh, was it? He was,
Last session would have been 56 for the session before.
Oh, nice.
The audio just didn't record. That was just a sad time.
Is it working now?
It is working now.
Okay.
And if it's not, I'm gonna give up. I don't know. Well, it's an only war session, so I'll just upload it and you guys can just watch a mute video. I'll put closed caption.
Anyway.
Okay, let's go ahead and recap. And I want to recap briefly on just what you guys remember, but then I want to recap on what the last guard session was.
All right.
I legitimately am having memory issues today.
It's been
It's
a
been a
while,
couple
too.
weeks.
It's been
There's
a
a
while.
lot going on.
So
Classes and whatnot.
we
Weren't we doing a lot more research on the barge?
yeah,
We spent several days on the barge.
Yeah, it's been several days.
we spent
several
some time
hours,
on it,
sorry.
yeah.
You dedicated, I think, 4 hours.
And we were looking for just intensive searching of his office. What did we end up finding?
I got a beard grooming book. I remember finding that.
And a kit.
Yeah, and the kit to go along with it. I think that's the only important thing that happened last session.
Totally.
Yeah. That sounds right.
You found out Alvis had been wounded by a demon.
Oh yeah.
That's a big deal.
And we knew what kind of demon it was.
Yeah, it's like some sort of wimp.
It was a Zinch demon that wounded him.
Yep.
And that he was shutting down those things, but that could actually be harmful to him because of his wound. It would aggravate it. And if we go up to him and perform tear wounds or open wounds or whatever, we'll just deepen that.
He
But it just turns
was
into a demon.
last session the one where he left us the message. He was like, "Yo, bros, do this."
Yes.
Yeah, he gave you an assignment and said if you tried to kill him again, he'd kill you.
I'd like to see him try.
He'd kill you way dead.
I'm gonna kill you.
What
dead.
did he ask us to do? So, like, if we were to do his job, what was it again?
I think it was.
Oh, he wanted you to return
to the deep.
to the deep.
Right. So like we have like
I
a
can
bunch
tell
of
you.
different routes we can go to. We can like go to the deep. We're trying to go to like a noble to find the astropath,
Yeah.
and then we're also considering going to talk to like the
Other Inquisitor guy.
other Inquisitor.
Oh, we stopped by his place, but he wasn't there. Wasn't that the
No.
Oh, he also wants you to give information on like what you found, as far as like the assignment that he gave you before.
thing? Yeah, but like,
Oh, does he know about the Necrons? I don't know if we ever told him.
I don't know if we did.
Because I don't think we.
He said
figured it
that
out.
the reason he didn't send you to the depths with an army is because,
He didn't want
based
to.
on Dominus Midian's account, he thought that an army would attract greater attention and activate the tomb,
Oh.
and that's
Wow.
not what he wanted.
Right.
He did not want the tomb activated.
We just fell for an army.
And that freaking thing has shot its little plasma a couple times at spiders, but I'm sure that woke up the neckies.
It's a little too late.
Too little. Too
Well,
late.
you don't know what's awake and what isn't.
That's scary.
You know, you're not down there.
That's true. But I don't think we're gonna do.
You found a broken cube, your artifact.
That's right. Do that. Tuck that right away.
The Grey Knight can't send a communication, so you guys are going to meet up with Malin if you can. Get a communication relay, right?
Is that where we ended then?
Yeah.
Did we not actually?
You
get
flew
to-
off into the dark
Into the
set.
sunset.
It was already dark, but
Yeah.
the dark was setting.
The moon set.
Sunset was just a couple sessions earlier.
Star set.
The whole-
That's
Good
a
band.
battle. I think that was most everything.
Okay.
I think there's actually like, I mean, yeah, that was most everything. I was just trying to remember because I thought there was another book we found.
Well, you found a book that you found a scroll that referenced a book on how to undo demon hosts.
Oh, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then there was the last Only War session. It was Tanks the Musical or something.
Thanks,
Yeah.
musical.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Shot stuff.
Thanks, musical.
So yeah, you went to take down some anti-aircraft weaponry,
Yeah.
some orbital bombardment, so that airstrikes and stuff could get in and retake the city or whatever. There was gene stealers in your ranks, so you guys had to fire on the tank column and take out a couple tanks, which you did. Well, that's really how last session went. Dylan couldn't drive. He ain't even over there, but I'm
He
looking at him.
almost offed himself. How are we divided among the tanks?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's been.
We're gonna fast forward
Okay.
or to the side, whatever. So we'll go ahead and get started. After you guys found Gene Stealer Colt in your ranks, now you guys are doing tests like blood tests regularly to determine if you have the curse or not. And after you were able to retake that hive city, there's been a lot of purges that have had to happen. A lot of innocents have died. You guys had to fight. Well, and not even you. So just the soldiers that were there. There's been a lot of sorting, and you've had to deal. The people had to deal with crowds and people just trying to overrun barricades and stuff. And so they've had to separate infected from non-infected. They were trying to figure out treatments. The Gene Stealer cult rose up, and they ended up having to like force evacuate some people, and actually specifically oh come on, I know I put the number that I was thinking. Several thousand. It's like in the high 10,000s, I think. Is that right though? I can't. Yeah, we'll just say it's like 20,000. Some odd people. 25,000. Have been kind of dumped into your care. They're seeking sanctuary in the Ironheim fortress. And you're moving. You're escorting them from Lux Arbor, which is where you were. And another part of why they had to evacuate is the water is also, like the water treatment facilities and everything are taken over by Gene Stealer Cult, which is why that city was worth fighting for. But it is now overrun, and you need to get the people out. And so the mission that you guys are being given is that you need to move through a dense forge block and across some forge plains to get them to Ironheim Fortress. I'll get a little descriptive for you. And actually, as I've been GMing, there's certain things that I haven't described as well as I've wanted. I think that you guys have the gist of what is going on here. But I was looking up forges, and it was very interesting. So I tried to describe, using several pictures and descriptions, what I was feeling and seeing. Maybe we can get a hint at that. Ash falls like snow in the wind, collecting in small drifts and scattering along the road. Your tanks advance in 2 rows, single file on the edges of the roads. Civilians, said numbering in the high thousands. Yeah, we'll just say it's like 22,000. I like that number. They walk sullenly between the columns. You're a day's journey out from Lux Arbor, and you have been assigned escort duty. Skitari leader Alpha Vix 134R5 leads a Skitari heavy support maniple alongside you. Your commander, his name is Haynes Ludwig. His number identification is 9031. Leads over 30 Lehman Russ variant tanks in these 2 columns, so about 15 in each. Alpha Vix has 50 Dune Crawlers and 10 Dune Striders. Dune Crawlers are these 4-legged Adeptus Mechanicus tanks that typically carry heavy laser weaponry, or they're just nasty. And these ones are all equipped with neutron lasers. And these tanks are smaller in chassis to yours, but they take up a bigger footprint because of the spindly legs. So there's 50 of those, and then 10 Dune Striders. And Dune Striders, if you can imagine, like the boats that soldiers rode into Normandy in World War II, they had the drop gates. Just like that, but make it sci-fi and it floats. Like, right there, and it's got a chain gun on the top. And there's shoots rad carbine, or I don't know, it's Mechanicus stuff. So anyway, yeah, you're headed to Ironheim Fortress. It's one of the garrison hives along the wall that separates from the waste. Upon loss of the control over the water treatment facility to the Gene Stealer cult, and the mass testing evacuations have been taking place. Yours is the 3rd evacuation. Ironheim is the closest bastion of hope. In order to get there, you've been mission briefed and told that you'll have to cross the forge fields of Paragon 4 until the Gene Stealer cult uprising's passage through here as a non-Mechanicus would have granted you the golden ticket to either becoming a servitor or worse. It was not permittable because you're not ascended in the priesthood. Even now, it's like real frowned upon, but there's necessity there that the Mechanicus can see. Part of why you have a Skitari escort. That, and ultimately you all are allies on this world. But so now the fields offer a key support area that circles the Ironheim Fortress. So if you can imagine, you've got Ironheim Fortress and the forge fields surround it and kind of butt up along the wall. Lux Arbor would be up here, and like the wall would be this kind of drifting thing, and the forge fields like come out far, so Lux Arbor would connect with that kind of midway. Anyway, don't know if I'm being too descriptive there.
No.
But yeah, you're not to the forge fields yet. You're just on the highway. Let's determine who's in the tanks. Who's in what tank?
I'll be in one tank.
Wow. Neato.
So it's 2 groups per tank, is that it?
Yeah, and I created an only war operator between the sessions.
Nice.
This is Nathaniel Rook, designation R004.
Nice.
He's green, young, naive, asks obvious questions. He's a lateral thinker, random, impressive feats, unexpected solution, but very unorthodox. So he's 16.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember my character.
All right. So he's operating one vehicle.
Oh yeah, do we have operators in the group other than?
Who's this and Dylan?
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have operates
I-
a lot.
Would
Yeah.
somebody like to roleplay Dylan's character?
I mean, I could. I don't really care.
Let's do it.
I need his filter.
Cool. All right, Dylan, we're warning you out.
Yeah, if I did it, I'd just have him like shoot himself right away. So
No.
I opted not.
Remember how his character was. He had one more chance.
He did have one more chance.
But let's just say, for
He's
giggles,
done well, so he has two chances.
you've done well in between then and now, and so now you're not counting chances for a little bit. You've given yourself a break. You're like,
Yeah, you have
maybe
mess
maybe I
up a
can
little.
die in glory for the Emperor later.
All right. I will operate the second vehicle then.
Cool. 2 Lehman Russ tanks.
All right, 2 vehicles.
Who's riding with the sergeant?
I'll ride with the sergeant.
All right. Your fortune,
Fortuna's lock.
fortuna's lock, but
You can
you're
call me
technically
Fortune.
at whatever. So I'm not a death. I'm not part of the death corps originally, so I probably wouldn't be like super worried
You're not
about.
listening by now.
You know what? I'm not part of them originally either.
You'll be the operator for there.
Yeah.
But then your character will be in the tank with us.
That's cool. Funny.
I do that.
Unless you would rather have both of your characters in one tank, and then they'll be in mine.
I don't care. We'll put both my guys together. Just to
Yeah,
make it
it'll make
right.
it a bit easier.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Cool.
Okay.
So you guys are with me.
All right.
Awesome. We're gonna die.
Yes.
Woo! Oh, hey.
Hey,
Cool.
hey. How's it going? Going well.
Is there anything that you want to do while you're on the road?
Cut down the idle chatter.
I'm just tired.
So we're
We're making our
On
way
our
down the
way.
highway. We're not even like halfway there then at this rate, right? Because if we're not into the forge fields before Ironheim, we got a little bit of a ways to go. Do we have like,
You're almost to the halfway.
okay.
do we have, I don't know if this is a silly question, do we have like scouting parties that are going ahead giving us an idea of what we could expect? Or we just heard recent reports of how it's supposed to go along the way?
Or are the 22,000 civilians like our scouting party?
We're just sending them ahead. That's
seems-
horrible.
Dang.
I don't think any scouting parties have been organized.
Mm.
It's more of a because like it was more of a rush to get out.
Yeah.
We're just on
I'm
the way out.
gonna be working.
Like literally all the civilians are in like whatever they had on, either and it's all scales of wealth too. So there's people in rags who are just like holding like their only possession. There's there's no nobles or anything. It's just common folk to real impoverished people.
Yeah.
They're
And
all
I'm
starting to look the
assuming-
same, just dirty.
I'm assuming we're going out basically at crawl speed as well, just because
Yeah.
taking these people along with us. Well, that's super fun too.
Yeah.
Or do they use the same tanks we use? The cultists use different tanks.
Oh, the Gene Stealer cult?
Uh-huh.
They use whatever they can steal.
Okay.
So you saw them already in tanks like what you had.
Mm.
And missing guns, missing armor, missing tanks and stuff have all shown up on not yours specifically, but it's talked about.
Would they have taken Skitari tanks as well?
Probably.
That's sketchy.
Can I make I don't know if he can do this. I don't even know if this is a possibility. But could he make 3 tank rounds or maybe just 1 that specifically is geared towards Skitari tanks just in case that happens? So instead of us just, blasting out, we have something that even if it's not a great hit, it will still do a good chunk of damage.
Maybe.
I don't want to say no to that,
Uh,
but I'd be more curious on the specifics that you came up with.
so
And also crafting time too, which you have time.
So when I was thinking, because you were describing the tanks, they have 4 legs and stuff, so they're not on treads, And there's two things that came to my mind. The first thing was, and I don't know if my dude would do this, but I was like, I wonder if there is something I could put in this bullet or this tank shell that when it hits, it just upsets the machine spirits of their tank. Like, so whoever is driving their tank, like the tank is pissed, or like the machine spirits like just turn in against whoever's driving it. I don't know if my guy would know how to do that. I don't know if it's more of like a Priesthood of Mars thing.
You're talking a haywire grenade.
Oh,
A
really?
haywire shot. Yeah. And actually, the Mechanicus use those too. You don't have anything in your inventory, but maybe you could rig some components to put off like an EMP, like shoot, like when you go boom and it hits and does it, it's like shock value as well.
Right.
And you're a tech priest.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, if there's a chance, maybe you can even just go bug the tech priesty guitar and be like, hey,
Do you have any haywire?
can I have some stuff?
That's true.
And then they'll probably yell at you, but it'd be funny.
Probably get it.
I wonder if it'd be worth, because there's quite a few of us then. There's like 30 tanks, 50 dune crawlers, and we're going slow. And I just feel like the slower we go, the more likely we're just going to get trashed.
Oh, yeah.
But it sounds like a really bad idea to go forward ahead of everybody and keep an eye out. It sounds like a good way to get 2 tanks blown up in about 2 seconds.
You know what? I was thinking that same thing. Like, they'd be like, oh, there's so many! And then just silence. We'd be like, oh, oops.
Oh, we helped out a little. Or we died.
All right, everyone.
I wanted it to feel like as well that there are more civilians than you can protect.
Yeah, honestly.
Like,
how you
there's
described
overwhelming
it,
numbers. Like, you've got some distance between the tanks. Like, everybody's kind of like...
If we get in a firefight, I just know that lots of people are going to die
Oh, for sure.
that are civilians. Like, even if we, like, killed those tanks the first volley, like, there's going to be tons of people.
Well, that's why I'm wondering, like, this is a highway, but I don't know, it doesn't compare to highways.
Are you
in
saying
real
you
life.
don't trust the tech priest?
No. I trust the tech priests, but just any shell that doesn't hit one of our tanks is going to go through,
Oh.
like...
Well, that's why I want to get a better understanding of our terrain as we move, because if we can widen our formation and literally cover a little bit more ground, that way when the fighting does occur, it
Yeah,
won't
highway.
catch us all.
Uh,
Is it like a tight road, basically, then?
It's like having I-15 to yourself.
oh my gosh.
It's very tight.
That's like a death trap.
Well, yeah.
So it's bad.
Oh, and also elevate it.
Oh no.
So, well, I'm out of ideas.
What's our primary objective? Just to transport
Get out of here with people.
these citizens from point A to point B? Like, they're our objective?
They're your goods.
Are they the objective, or is the primary objective really to get military assets to this base and then just tag them on?
Whoa, why don't you roleplay that one out? That's a fun thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's a very tech priest thought.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Tech priesty.
What is the value of these people versus
Yeah.
the value of the stuff we're driving right now?
So who? I'm gonna tank with you, right? And then you. I'm gonna say Sergeant. So obviously the objective here is to get as many military assets to this base as possible, right? And we just kind of let the people come along with us.
Yeah.
So if there is fighting, do we use the civilians to like screen our escape, or do we stop and try and protect them? I guess that's the real question.
There will probably be orders from higher up, but we should probably focus on eliminating the enemy at the very least. I'm not sure how important it is to protect them, considering it's a little outside of our ability
That's
to
true.
handle.
What do you think, driver?
Rattling friend, very good at seeing things, right?
Yeah.
Arguably better at seeing things than the average guardsman.
Yeah.
Could be average,
Because I
right?
have
Yeah, really good.
48 perception plus heightened senses, sight, smell, and taste. Taste.
It's a very specific skill.
I know.
I wonder if it'd be worth asking for permission to take the lead. You got better eyes than anybody out here, except for maybe the tech priest. They might have some fancy crap, but what are we doing? We could be of more value than just chilling with these guys, right?
We could always be of more value to the Emperor.
I love it.
I forgot what my personality was, and then I remembered and I'm really excited.
The golden rat.
I'd go ahead and ask for permission first to Sergeant, but then I assume we'd have to ask permission from Wolf, the guy in charge of us.
I don't
He
know
said
the
it.
name.
Oh.
Oh, the guy whose number is my PIN code for my debit card.
Oh,
What was that number?
R004?
Something.
Oh,
You
no,
said
that's
that,
it.
and I was like, "What the heck?"
Did I?
Yeah,
Did I get it?
you got it.
Wow.
I know.
I mean,
Change the
we
number.
didn't need to know that on camera.
That's okay. You don't know my debit card.
What was your number on that card? What was the security code on the bag?
0010010.
9,
Expiration
7,
date,
1, 1,
please.
Eat my butt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ask Sergeant Z to ask permission for
Why don't
us
you
to
ask
move
the
forward.
sergeant?
Wow, I'm not French. Yeah, see if you can give us permission to move forward, do a little bit more reconnaissance as we make our way forward, because I think we're all about to get jumped in about 2 seconds.
Copy that.
What you doing?
We have to radio very loudly. He's so far away.
I have some men who are trying to.
What are you asking?
So
We're gonna go to the front of the
myself
colony.
and one of my the tanks under me would like to approach the front. We have a spotter with a particularly good set of eyes.
And taste.
And taste.
And a really good nose.
Impeccable
She'll smell them from a mile away.
You want to go to the front?
Unless you think that we're better at our current location.
And you have one of our sanctioned ratlings. Not sanctioned, but our.
I'm an unsanctioned rattling.
We just we picked up
And
that
I'm
orphan
here to
child.
party.
And
Yeah, you are a little
orphan.
Yeah, sending you coordinates now. Swap with tank 89 and reposition,
Understood.
but stay in formation.
All right.
Oh, boy.
And what was the second request for you, Sergeant? So that tank's moving. What did you want?
I think.
Would you?
Are you trying to keep your squad together?
I think it would be most efficient to keep the two of us together.
Okay.
Okay.
You can take position in front of our tank, which is 057.
Understood. Oh, relay orders.
Yep. I appreciate your desire to volunteer yourselves.
Yes. Anything for the Emperor.
Get us promotions. Or death.
Anything for promotion. Bye.
Sergeant, I have
That was a little
question.
too much personality for Kriegsman.
He's not.
I know. He doesn't know that. Well, he probably forgot.
Uh-oh.
Just for you, so I know that some of the Skitari and our men have been talking about the loss of equipment. I'm thinking about, well, I'm gonna go ask the Kastaris. I'm gonna go ask the Skitari if they have any equipment, specifically these things called haywire grenades that we could shape into tank shells. And then if we run into any Skitari tanks that have been taken by these mutants, we can take them down pretty quick.
All right.
Especially if we're going to be in the front, you know. Do a little bit more damage. Is there any Skitari close to us that we could radio?
There's a dude crawler walking right next to you.
All right. Give me.
Hold.
You can do it.
Well, I was just going to tell them that
That's what
we're
they do,
relocating.
Uh-huh.
I thought dune crawlers were the ones that floated.
No, they're the ones
Those are
that
the Doom
crawl.
Striders. Yeah. I remember.
All right, guys, we're relocating.
The tank hatch is closed on their tank.
Also, make sure you prioritize the destruction of enemies and the safety of your vehicle before the safety of the citizens.
Dope.
Yes. Okay.
It's actually like perfect.
Here you go.
Do I see like any identifying marks on the Doom Crawler next to us?
Yes, you see. Oh man, that sounds good. You see L3, which you understand to be the L. The L is the symbol of the forgeworld, Lucius. And these tanks also have deep gray, like almost like a charred black armor, and there's a red single stripe up the center of them. Which, from what you know of Anvil, and how Lucius works, so forgeworld Lucius actually supplies all of the weaponry for the Deathwatch of Krieg. So you guys like forgeworld Lucius, but you know that's totally an import. Like these guys are imported.
Cool.
And so maybe,
But they're in this.
maybe the Anvil forges don't make gene crawlers, or if they do, maybe these are Lucius pattern. And just
They're still within our like solar system, though, right?
Nope.
Oh, they're
no,
within.
no, forgeworld Lucius is like Western Fringe, I think. I think.
Oh.
Where are we?
You're in the Plexus sector,
Like
so like.
It's also
Yeah, so if I were to hold my hand, okay, yeah, this is perfect. So if this is like the Eye of Terror, you guys are like right here,
Oh.
Lucius would be over here.
okay.
That's
Jeez.
See, this is our Lord and Savior. In the middle of his face
is
is
perfect.
the Eye of Terror.
Just keeping it real.
The internet didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you know?
Oh yeah. Doom Crawler Lucius 3. This is tank. Oh crap! What's our tank number?
tank right beside you.
We're tank 63.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know what your tank is.
This is tank 63.
Well, what was the? Oh, I know the names of the tanks.
Oh,
I think one of them is.
oh wow. Oh, is that yours? All right, Shay.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, there's Lucy. That's the one my guy's driving. Sweet girl with a broken heart. And then your tank is pile high, because when he gets his way, the bodies pile right up.
All right.
And we're the ones being driven by the little weasel. I mean, youngling
You're not driving.
being driven by.
You're being driven by Dylan's character.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
I couldn't remember if we were
No, it's me, you.
me, you. Cool. Yeah, that's better.
All right. So we have to. Oh, you guys are still doing something.
Oh yeah. Lucius 3. This is Lucy.
Short.
We're being rearranged towards the front of the column, and we were wondering if we might borrow some haywire grenades for you in case we run into any Lucius pattern tech priest tanks up ahead that have been taken over by gene stealers. Over.
I like to imagine that the Skitari are indeed making popcorn in their tank.
You hear back on the comms in binary. Your voice, your vocal identifiers hint at augmentation. Are you Mechanicum?
I sure am.
Do not speak of such sacred things in common speak. Those not in the priesthood should not know what we carry or do not carry.
Sorry, I've been with humans so long. Sometimes can I speak in binary in this?
Sure.
This is what I'm gonna say. I've been with humans for so long, I forget It's been a while since I've been among pet priests.
That is unfortunate. I would recommend a new cybernetic.
That sounds fair.
As far as grenades go, odd or even.
Odd.
We do not carry haywire grenades on us. We are a heavy support maniple. Our duty is to provide escort and ranged support if needed.
Do you have any materials that we might use? Not a lot, just a little bit. That could be effective against any Lucius pattern tanks.
It offends us that you would consider harming a Lucius pattern.
I was waiting for that one.
Only one that's been corrupted by gene stillers.
We would recommend taking the lives of the gene stillers and preserving the tank for
Ooh.
purging and resanctification.
Is there like anti-organic weaponry in this where it's just like disease-oriented stuff?
Like it puts a hole in the tank, like a tiny one, and then these microbes eat everyone inside.
Yeah, like I imagine it'd be like a smoke grenade, but really, really deadly.
Yeah, it's called Eldar weaponry.
Oh,
Oh, gross.
I
And
didn't
also
mention that.
heresy.
Didn't say it. Fake. Not
He's
real.
just on the radio. Yeah, we could really use some of those Eldar weapons, you know? Those guys are the coolest.
I like their pointed ears and really stern attitudes.
And dead.
People will be like, what? How do you know so much about Eldar? You'd be like, oh, my wife's an Eldar.
Wow. And double dead. All right. Now what?
I don't know Death Corps got married.
They're all thumbs, right?
I'm going to ask, do you have any
That is
weapons?
unofficial, official canon.
What?
Do you have any weapons that
They
would
clone.
accelerate at accomplishing that task of just eliminating the organics without harming the tank?
Yes, flame weaponry.
All right.
Okay, we'll focus on that. Our tank, I know I have a flamer, but does our tank have a flamer on it?
No.
Hmm.
Well, Techers doesn't say that, but
Right.
no.
I think that's what I'm gonna focus on then.
Making flame weapons.
You know, based on your knowledge of Lehman Russ battle tanks and serving with the Death Corps of Krieg, that finding a Lehman Russ Demolisher Nope. Is it the Vanquisher? You know, no, that's not it. That's not a Vanquisher. I think it is the Demolisher. I don't know.
Okay.
You can definitely get tanks that are geared towards stripping the flesh and salting the wounds.
I was just
Gross.
thinking like replacing of one of the side turrets with just like a heavy flamer or something, you know?
Sure.
Crisis would approve.
Somewhere, Crisis. Shit, seem to you.
Cool.
Happiness.
Yeah,
We will go ahead and move forward.
let's do
All
that.
right.
So, you come upon what you believe to be the Forge Fields. And you kind of get that vibe by the amount of pollution and stuff that hangs in the air. The Forge Fields are unlike anything that you've ever seen. As far as the eye can see, there's a red haze, polluted, deep red, and gray cloudy skies. The clouds glow with like a fiery glow underneath as the machinery below in these fields cast light even up to them. The highway that you're on, you see that it's visible through towers of Gothic design that weave through the land. The road weaves through the land in a perfectly constructed, geographically efficient pattern. In many places, this highway has on-ramps and off-ramps, each leading to and from whole worlds of metal beneath. The towers that pierce the sky range greatly in height, but are very dense. you're sure if you were to ever leave the highway, you'd be hard-pressed to find it again. Towers aren't the only things blotting the horizon. And you're on a hill kind of overlooking these fields, by the way. But it appears that great statues of tech priests, each serving some sacred mechanical purpose, stand over 100 meters tall along the sides of the road, periodically, surveying the productions taking place all around them. These are statues, but they serve, they're sacred and they have their different functions. Much smaller than them, you can see various knights by the hundreds, striding alongside great machine god titans as escorts. These machine gods vary in pattern and chassis, all the way from warhounds to warlords. Many appear to be on patrol, others are en route to unknown locations, all in random yet precise locations throughout the forges. There are even knights standing at spaceports, scattered throughout, being picked up or dropped off by enormous Thunderhawk transports of the traditional forgeworld Anvil pattern. Throughout everything that you're seeing, these buildings, these towers, the roads, you can see rivers of molten alloy, made the major sources of light in the pollution-bound darkness. These rivers weave to and fro, delivering their ore to each forge hall obediently. All these rivers run towards the great wall that divides the forges from the waste. Whatever's not used plummets off the sides to be collected by other potentially lesser forges in levels below. Mechanicum drones patrol the skies, providing escort and surveillance to the sacred works of the Mechanicus. As you peer through the haze of pollution, you can see various levels of assembly taking place. These forges are dedicated to the construction of titans.
Wow.
So, remind me, based on that description, this highway is elevated, and it has many on-ramps and off-ramps, as you said, but this is basically the major transit, and if we were to go off of it, we could end up either like losing lots of time, or getting stuck, or getting lost amongst all these towers.
Be considered trespassers.
Oh, that would be extra bad.
Especially because they're making, like, titans. Like, that's like,
Super sacred.
yeah.
How big are these? Like,
No wonder they have a Skitari manifold with us. It's not even for, like, protection.
just make sure we don't do garbage, because
Yeah.
we're garbage humans. This highway, how does it appear structurally after all the war that has been going on?
This area appears untouched by war.
That's good. Okay. Makes me nervous, but it's good. And we are kind of at the forefront of the march moving forward now at this point.
Mhm.
Cool. I would suggest that we keep an eye out in particular for my biggest worry would be like saboteurs, people who want to blow up a bridge that would landlock us pretty quickly. That would make me extremely nervous.
I'm actually worried that some people working with the tech bridge might be gene stealers.
That's probable.
So they could be putting together a Titan, and then all of a sudden...
Should we just like break in and double check on them just to make sure?
See all those finished Titans? Fire.
Yeah. That would just a precaution. No big deal.
Start over, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much more we can do. We can just keep moving forward, but just keep an extra eye out for any movement.
I honestly feel
This area
more
should be pretty clear.
comfortable that there's so much surveillance going on here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a ton.
because like, and they're making Titans here, so they're extra careful. So there's a manifold with us, but I can't imagine the security they have around all of that.
Don't even think of it as like Titans as a lot. Like there might be 4 in production right now.
Right, but I'm just
Because
like,
it's just so huge.
they're just these giant things, and they have to do all kinds of special things with it, and it has like a temple on top or something.
Some of the bigger ones do, yeah.
Yeah. They're just,
Especially the Imperium.
I just feel like this is like if we were going through like a deserted area where there was nothing going on the sides, I'd be pretty nervous. But I feel
Trash people will show up.
yeah, I feel pretty comfortable right now. The thing I'm worried about is like we'll have some lost sheep, try and straggle along. But I mean,
like the people we're escorting?
yeah, like some of them will be like, I don't want to go anymore. I'm gonna just live here.
That's why I get shot.
Into the ore you go.
I mean, the more that die, the less we have to have food for. So
But they're also potential food.
that's a good point.
In their own way, they're.
So if they die, then we get to
we
have
still
them
have to
as food.
carry them.
They're like cattle.
Yeah, they are. This is dark. Anyone have any other particular notes or ideas for this area?
I love how your tech priest is all very Imperium. Tech priest, I feel safe. Like,
What the heck just happened?
no, they're playing leapfrog.
Yeah, that was wild.
Leap cat. Yeah, whatever.
It's just
That's my only idea.
slapped.
If things are so secure, then maybe we're fine. But no, I'm just my cats.
Like, thank you. Out of game, I'm convinced something's gonna go wrong. But
Right.
in game,
In game, it does make most sense, and nothing really.
yeah,
will be
I'm
worse
like,
than
if
later.
anything was gonna happen, it would have happened earlier. But
It's also like you said that there's red clouds. Is it like a red fog or like red clouds kind of up here?
Oh, it's just like a pollution haze. Like, imagine the inversion.
Oh, so like yesterday.
The like thicker, darker, redder.
So like in a couple weeks.
It's January.
if you breathe too deep, you cough up blood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the iron's
Radiation. This is like a huge radiation zone.
Yeah, I'm just
It's like actually all of these civilians with you now have cancer.
oh.
Oh,
But
they're
not
not even
me.
edible anymore.
No, they're extra edible.
Like, they probably, like, the majority will have cancer by the time they get to the other side.
This is so frustrating.
This is grim dark.
Well. Alright.
Oh my-
Just kill
but
them
we're
right
not getting
over.
cancer because they're absorbing all the cancer for us.
We got our masks on.
And we're in tanks.
Which probably would help. They probably made some lead in there.
It's all that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Lead tanks. We prepared for this.
Lead tanks, lead coffins.
Oh,
Oh man. Alright, I say we just keep moving then. I got no specific notes.
Anything else? Got any other ideas?
Nope.
Do you still have your plasma gun?
Oh yeah. Well, technically, Luck has it right now, but yeah.
Alright. We're gonna play a game.
We'll play a game.
No,
What
I
were
didn't
we
want to
doing
play
before
anything.
that?
Chatting.
Odd or even, Katie?
Nah. Odd.
You die.
Game over.
Odd or even.
Even.
Okay. Odd or even.
Even.
Odd or even, Tanner?
Odd. Gosh dang it.
I have a popcorn kernel like stuck underneath my tongue in the back of my mouth. Still back there. Anyway. Yeah, you guys are going along. Man. This is going to be fun.
Oh, should he have rolled for
No,
the driver?
for Dylan.
No.
Okay.
No, I only did enough for you guys, actually. Okay, so you're going along, you're passing these on ramps, off ramps, doing whatever. You come upon the production of a Warlord Titans Nemesis, a Nemesis Warlord Titans volcano cannon, which is this giant cannon that's like 5 Lehman Russ lengths, tanks in length, and actually it's like 3. But it's up close right now on a crane, and it's just, you can tell that there's a lot that goes into these. It's got panels removed and stuff, and there's lots of wires and circuitry and energy that's coursing through it, and looks like they're doing some tests on it, and it looks almost fully operational. As you're on the highway, and before this point, and further on, being up close to these tech priests is crazy.
Wait, there's people just going about doing their jobs still?
The forges are on full production, and
Oh,
actually,
no.
like, this whole place is very staffed.
Oh, okay. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, there's armies of servitors, like, doing these hand cranks to make big gears go, that are using pulley lever systems to drag, like, ore in buckets over, like, over the road, and then you see, like, other servitors that are, like, pulling on ropes, like, pulling back, like, a giant lever, and then it hisses back, and then they reset, pick their ropes back up, and pull it back, and when it gets here, and a steam cloud shoots up about 200 feet, and the lever goes back. Like,
That's awesome. All right.
man,
Oh my gosh. How
I love the more descriptive
disappointing-
episodes.
How disappointing would that be if you were like a servitor and the machines were like, yeah, we could build a machine to do what you do,
But like, you're
but
here.
you're already here. So we'll line up with the other 2,000
That kind of
and
thing.
you're going to do
this is for not
action
paying your taxes.
until you wear out.
Yep. And so yeah, you get going, and you see some lights change, and a big horn's like, "Mrrr," and the road in front of you actually, like, some more steam and stuff hisses, and these gears along the road start spinning. Some of them really slow, and the ones next to them are like really fast, and their bridge, a bridge actually kind of separates in the road, and the road raises up like it's a drawbridge. And you can see that there are actually some warhounds that are like kind of walking down the road to like go underneath where this bridge is, because they, in their perfection, they built it too low, so the road has to raise up. And oh, that's what I was going to do there. Cool. Yeah, perception test, everybody who's like looking out of the tank.
That was
Guess
my
they
job.
probably- That is your job.
Do I have something special with that? No.
Never.
Heightened senses only
I just have a
cost 10
smart
points.
brain.
We got a fate point. Better than that right now.
Crit 2.
Oh, 37.
I rolled a 99.
You really see nothing.
I lost my eyes.
You would drive it to the tank in front of you if there was a tank in front of you.
I don't see it.
Neither do I.
Drives into
Somehow.
the civilians.
Hmm?
Do you
He
see it for
accidentally curves into
neither?
the
I
civilians.
rolled a 66 and a 99.
Not meant to be.
Is your hatch open?
Like, I'm on top.
Mm-hmm. You looking
Yeah.
around?
No.
Cool.
I'm just testing my dice. I rolled 68 twice.
Switch dice.
Yep.
Anyway, you see an explosion behind the column.
Uh-oh.
Looks like the volcano cannon blew up. Massive explosion.
Oh, holy crap. The one
Odd or even.
Odd.
You see a lot of the drones clear the airspace and like go over to investigate.
Would that have been close enough to affect the path that we're on? There's still ways out there. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's behind you.
Okay.
There's no more dawdlers.
As you guys are here, the civilians are like kind of freaking out about the explosion. They're really getting restless and starting to rile up, and a bunch of them are trying to climb up on the tanks.
Uh-oh.
Including ours.
Yeah, you rolled a crit too?
Yep.
So, you see the tank hatch of Commander Ludwig pop open, and he comes out, and he's got his medals and stuff and whatever, and you're like watching the crowd, and he's looking around, he's got his pistol out, and he like fires it off in the air, and is like, "Civilians, calm yourselves," and like, he's got his little megaphone, and is like, "Stand away from the tanks or you will be shot." And about this time, you see a figure in the crowd with like a hood up,
Uh-oh.
pull a gun out,
Blood can
boom, and then
Uh-oh.
pull another gun out, boom, and pull another gun out, boom.
That's
and
one too many arms.
shot him 3 times, like in the chest,
Oh my god.
and he just like looks and is like, "Ugh," and like just,
Oh god.
and he falls like back up against the raised hatch, and like slides into the tank, and you see the hood go up, and the person duck down into the crowd.
Oh no.
Okay.
Compromised.
No.
So they duck back into the crowd.
We know the general area where he ducked back into the crowd.
You didn't see him?
Yeah, I'll use my plasma gun and just blast that area.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Go ahead and aim.
Are you going to say anything to anyone?
Alright.
Or just chilling in the tank? Oh, these people are getting restless. Crack, crack, crack. Was that a gun? Nah.
All of a sudden, whop. Does this smell like flesh?
Alright.
Flesh and
Sounds
Uh-oh.
cells.
like I spilled bacon grease.
I miss.
How bad did you miss?
Mm.
What'd you roll?
80.
Oh!
Ooh, you almost jammed. Okay. Yeah, so you just take out like a ton of civilians.
They're gonna get.
You take out.
It has a little 1 meter range, so
Yeah, I rolled 7, so
nice.
7 people just like whop, and like like their corpses catch on fire, and so they're like, "Oh my gosh, he shot Karen!"
Karen deserved it.
Aaron always.
Anyway, they start rushing your tank.
I was gonna say they're gonna get mad.
There's Tyranids in the population. We have to shoot all of them.
All of them?
Some of them, but whoever gets on our tank dies.
About this time, you feel thuds go through the ground, and one of them's right underneath
Uh-oh.
you, and it's like all the way through.
What?
You don't know what's going on. You just felt an explosion beneath the tank.
Freaking drive forward, driver. We're in the front.
Yeah, we were.
I can't.
Why?
Tread's been disabled.
Oh,
All of ours?
wait, can I fix that from inside, or do I have to go outside?
That's an external fix.
I can fix that. But
Yours is
Can
disabled
the,
too.
Why?
check the guns.
I bet they placed.
Oh, how are our little side guns?
They're operational.
Alright.
What guns do we have on the side?
Just bolters.
I can go and
Our
fix.
top gun can rotate, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you do have a heavy flamer on the front.
Huh.
No.
That'll be really good. Just
I'm gonna go out and fix this thing.
I'm gonna pop out of the top and keep an eye on him from the other side of the tank. That way I can see like from a different angle.
I'll pop out of the top and shoot people.
Oh.
I'm popping out.
Well,
but-
shoot people who get on the tank or get towards the tank.
I keep it in.
Oh, you're gonna stand on top of the tank?
Well, I'm just gonna be like
Yeah, like
head out with my gun. I'm gonna be like, do not come close to the tank. Repeat, if you come close to the tank, I will shoot your faces.
People are coming up the sides.
They're coming
The
up
moment they
sides.
see the hatches open.
Okay, wait, who went out first? You or me?
Is
Him,
anyone
because he
here?
was in the spot.
Um,
So yeah, the moment you open the hatch, they're like trying to get in.
Wait. Oh,
Strength test.
Uh-oh.
no, we're in it.
You too?
Yeah, I popped out.
Yeah, strength test. Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're like trying to come up the sides of the tank. The moment that you opened the hatch.
I'm gonna shoot things.
I'll use a fate point.
It's a strength test to
Thanks.
open it.
Cool. So they rip the hatch open. Most of these people are weaponless.
Yeah.
They're just like trying to get in the tank.
I'm just gonna shoot my flamer through that little
Or
hole.
rip
uh,
the bar.
The heavy flamer?
I have a
Oh, I was like, okay, good. You have a flamer? Yeah, just like straight up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just
Yeah.
stick it.
So he leans up over your shoulder and goes, and it just
Cinches.
odd or even.
Dang it. Sorry.
Even.
They go and the hatch goes.
Hits me on
So
the
go
head,
ahead
I
and
fall
roll
to the ground.
damage, and everybody in the tank takes your damage. But also, whatever you did, I'll tell you what that did as well. Oh wow!
Flamer. Oh, it has special rules. And it has 2 pen. This isn't a normal flamer.
You're a normal flamer.
Mm,
Okay, here we go. Oof. So 11 damage with 2 pen.
Everybody takes it. Also, you got 8 people outside, and they don't have any armor, so they all die. And then one dude out there has severely burnt hands.
Ew.
Is Flak 4 armor?
Oh yeah, I don't have any.
Yeah,
armor
flag is
listed.
4 armor.
Okay.
Where's the?
So I reduced
My
it by
toughness.
2, then I reduced it by 3, so I guess it takes 7.
So what's the flak again?
4.
4.
Yeah, my toughness is 4, armor 4,
Yeah.
but 2 pen, so
So
6. Minus 11 is 5. I take 5 wounds.
Same here. Where's my wounds? I have 14 wounds. That's not terrible.
I only have 12.
So I have 9 left.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to say keep that hatch down. Let's just go to the side guns and the heavy flamer and just clear a swath around us.
Fun.
Cool. And then, so you went
failed
out.
our strength test.
Were you trying to keep it close? I thought you didn't care.
I don't really care. I was just gonna go out and start popping shots, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. So you just went out.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you.
And there are people climbing on our tank as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll take a shot at whoever's closest then. Just anyone who's on the tank.
You have a dude like using the barrel as like a ladder, like trying to come up.
I'll shoot him.
Plus 30.
What kind of gun do you have?
69.
Nice.
That should.
It's not nice today.
Wait, what's your ballistics skill?
31. So I still fail by 8.
What gun were you using?
Just the last gun. I'll use my fate point. Why not? I don't have a better idea. I don't like this guy.
Yeah, you're just using it as a
Oh, I
ladder.
rolled an 89. So
Okay, not that bad.
you know what? He's supposed to be there, I guess.
Yeah.
It's fine. Failed by like 3.
Okay. He lives. Perception test.
You perception
Me.
test.
Plus 20. Well,
If somebody's behind you, they hit you in the head.
The pass?
yeah. So a little like flashing light catches your eye, and you look over to their tank. Looks like somebody is underneath their tank, like cutting into the highway with a las cutter.
Bad.
Oh, F-word.
Bad. I will radio into all tanks. We have infiltrators cutting holes into the bottom of our highway below our tanks. We are going to fall. Over.
Why are you gonna fall?
They're digging. Or are they digging up into our tanks or digging down below us?
So, imagine like the surface area of like a twin size mattress, and then imagine like cutting like a 3-foot circle in that area. So it's like you got the treads and stuff. They're just like kind of like a manhole cover kind of circle.
Gross. Alright, well then, never mind. Still digging holes, but
Thank you.
instead of us going down, it looks like they're coming up.
No.
Over.
We can't drive anywhere.
The treads are
Yeah.
needing attention. As you guys are doing this, D5. I will not do that. Cool. 4 Scorpius disintegrators detonate, spiral out of control into the crowd, and crash.
Or what?
Are those
The
Skitarii-
hover boats.
Yeah. Oh crap.
And what they had been trying to do was deploy Skitarii. Each one of those boats had 10 Skitarii in it. And while they were doing that, 4 of them got hit. So there's saboteurs in the crowd.
Was my radio, are we all on like the same comms between all the tanks? Would everyone have heard that, or would just,
You didn't declare, did you?
I just said over the radio? I don't know.
You did say
That
to all
would've-
the tanks. You did say to all the tanks.
I did.
You actually did.
To whom it may concern.
We'll say it was in your squad, since you didn't use like the main comm system.
I wouldn't know to.
It's all good.
I would trust my sergeant to know that.
And just so you know, all of the dune crawlers are pointing lasers inward in a big old oval.
Yeah.
So,
No one gets in or out.
is our commanding officer dead?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So that was the commanding officer. Okay. Well, chain of command is gonna be fun.
You're in charge now. You're the captain now.
I make the rules. All right.
You know, as far as this column goes, there's 4 other sergeants.
They're all nerds.
Yeah, they aren't taking charge. They aren't doing anything.
Yeah,
I guess
you don't know.
that the
I'm
captain's
like,
dead.
nobody in this room is either.
Yeah, I'll communicate that.
Communicate.
It's more
The captain is deceased. There are commander. Okay, commander is deceased. He was assassinated. There are what would we call them? Tyranids or gene stealers?
Yeah, there's cultists.
There are cultists among the citizens, and they are also coming up from underground. Prioritize living. No, that's not it, because we're Death Corps.
The operator's sitting here and he's like, well, it'd be nice if I hit treads.
Yeah.
How easy is it?
So I guess
Depends on how good your tech priest is.
report your
Oh, God.
You're pretty inside the tank, not doing
I
anything.
know. I'm just gonna climb out while he's telling all this stuff.
Finish your transmission.
yeah, I guess just report your the state of your tank and location to who would be the appropriate person? Just like your commanding officer, or like should it go to like one person?
You're doing the radio leading, so might as well have them report to you until
Okay.
you can figure something out.
Okay. So report the state of your tank and location to me, I guess. Over.
Sergeant, I need you to be on this heavy bolter and shoot it into the crowd of people while I go out and fix her treads.
Okay. I'll sit there and shoot.
Are you going out?
I'm gonna pull out my axe.
You kill 60 people. Not you.
Oh, I was like,
With the axe.
With the axe?
Throw out
the
your
axe
axe
into
into
the
the crowd.
And you freaking Thor under a circle. Dude.
I was like, my guy is a monster. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that out and I'm gonna pop the hatch open.
Okay.
And get out and shut the hatch.
Cool, yeah, as you get out, somebody tries to come in.
I'm gonna freaking hit him with my axe.
Cool, you cut him in half. Intestines flip out and spray everywhere.
I'm gonna grab the lower half of him and
By his bone, his little backbone.
no, by his leg and actually his top half by his hand and swing it at the crowd so all his insides spray the crowd.
His thoracic cavity.
Just so they'll stay away.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get up here.
You actually, you have some grossed out people.
Yeah.
Oh!
They're like,
Do we have?
Is there anyone else?
As
on
they
the
lock
party?
back up.
Viscera.
one dude gets pissed you did that, and he pulls out his pistol. And shoot you.
I shoot him.
Do it.
He got you.
Oh no.
Wait, what if I dodge
He
it?
does 6 damage.
Do you have dodge?
I think I do.
What's the penetration?
What the heck is your problem?
Oh, I don't have
I was
dodge.
gonna say I never get
What's the
dodge.
pen on the pistol?
Nothing.
Oh, so you're probably fine
Yeah,
anyway.
I am fine.
You just eat it. Yeah, you
How
twing.
close is he?
He's right there.
I'm gonna hit him with my axe.
How are you going to hit him?
I'm gonna just go like straight for the dome, just double hand, and I'm gonna try and split him in half.
Oh
I
gosh.
can see this, right?
Go ahead and do your
Yeah, you're
skill.
outside.
Oh, you know what would
Just
be
watch
really
it.
funny? If it stuck in his head and you pulled him up and slapped him.
Wow.
It's a power axe.
I don't know.
It's like a lightsaber. It's like a butter knife with a lightsaber around it.
I just really like to think about
weapon
slapping
skill.
Slapping poor people? Is that-
Same thing.
Dude,
Wow.
can I just do this as an all-out attack? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally nail him. Did I roll damage for that?
Yes.
Nailed.
Wow.
Oh god.
I don't know what's wrong.
10 plus 4
I
was
do.
6 pen.
I don't think you
Plus-
even used it.
So, and then do I have my strength bonus to it?
Yeah.
Goodbye. This
Skippy.
person.
Good cat.
I hope I am. Hey, bud.
So it's 11 damage with 6 pen. Straight to the dome.
The thunder.
You don't cut him in half, but you definitely like nick his face about 4 inches in, and like lodge it into his sternum, like. So his head's still intact, but you put like a big old gouge in it, and like hit one of his eyes, like slips out,
Nice.
and he's like, oh, and he like holds on to your axe,
He holds
and
on
he's like
to it.
looking at you,
Okay,
like.
Lord.
He's
hit
holding
the
on
button.
to the lightsaber.
Hit the button.
He
Well,
pulls
only
it
the
further
axe
into
head
him.
is power.
No.
Oh.
So then you pull it out, cut off his arm, cut off his head.
Can I just twist it
Got that one.
Nice.
and see if it like pops open his head?
Yeah, well, we'll just say that he like slowly disintegrates.
This is beautiful. That axe is dope.
Hurry.
Um.
I don't know. I just want to shoot some stuff. But I don't have a good gun for
Somebody cover
Use
me.
outside shooting,
Use the
so
speed gun.
I'm gonna, yeah. I'd like to shoot things
From your,
from the tank.
are you gonna shoot the tank? Like fire the main gun kind of thing?
Yes.
Ooh, when you're outside, that'll be loud.
My ears.
Oh, you're outside?
I don't care though. Ears are not important.
So the main gun.
I'm not outside. I'm just
Yeah.
on top.
Are you gonna
I
fire
will
your
hear it.
gun?
You're gonna fire the main gun?
No, I'm kind of.
Chicken.
Well, because isn't there another thing? Isn't there another gun?
There's
with
those
a lot?
bolters on the side.
Well, you got the bolters
but
on
it's
the-
not the main gun. Right?
Yeah, the-
The main gun would just go.
I'd be okay with the.
You have
bolters.
the battle cannon, which is your big gun.
I don't really think.
You have your hole-mounted weapon, which is a heavy bolter. And then you have the side weapons, which are heavy bolters, and then you have one heavy flamer that's on the front.
Yeah, we'd have to readjust to shoot the flamer at them though, right?
Probably.
No.
Oh,
Well,
you could do
you'd
it.
have to orient, and right now your flamer's pointed at their butt. Actually, your flamer's pointed at their butt. They're heady. Yours is facing the drawbridge.
So really, the
Okay.
options decide. Guys.
Okay.
You know, flamers would be demoralizing. Could spread damage.
Oh
too.
wait, couldn't you still? Oh wait, the flamer's not attached to the top part that swivels. Never mind. Okay.
And there's people everywhere. Trying to get rid of them. Theoretically. Well,
Not everywhere.
could I maybe try and target underneath the other tanks to start helping other people from getting
You could.
whatever?
Ooh.
So like shoot at the
Because
Like
like we
the
can't
Anvil
we
flamer or
can't
something?
take care of our own tank.
But
flamer. Do flamers?
No, not the flamer, because the flamer's stuck facing forward. Are you talking the battle cannon?
I
The
was,
main gun?
Well, I was
Main
thinking
gun.
the bolters.
You could
Bolters
potentially
are
do
side
the bolters. The bolters will definitely tear through a tank too, though. Over
I
time.
was thinking the flamer because the flamer is like
But it's on the front.
Yeah,
right.
but
we
Isn't
can
there a tank in front of you?
No,
Oh.
we're the tank.
You.
No,
Right,
we're the ones
but-
in front. They're
Oh,
behind
are
us.
we? Oh.
I
But
guess there's a tank in front of them. Maybe? No.
No, 'cause
Too
we're at the
big
front.
Distance. Yeah.
And yeah, it's facing towards the drawbridge.
Oh, but we could clear yours.
Although he's on the outside, and the flamers tend to
Yeah, and go.
encompass. So.
Shoot.
A worthy sacrifice.
I'm just in the top part.
He's not doing anything anyway.
I'm just watching.
Shoot.
I'm just watching
Into
him
the
mostly.
crowd. Do I see anybody
side.
cloaked?
Perception test.
Perception test. Let's make
Oh,
this
I
one
have
work.
intimidate. I should have used
I've
that
got
last
something to
time.
do.
One blood.
You have no idea.
That was a 99.
Wow, bad day.
You're like, over there! You just shoot a tank.
Blind as a hobbit distracted by dinner.
Gosh.
You think you know
Okay.
about second breakfast? Nice crispy bacon.
Stop.
Some bacon.
Dude. I don't friggin' know.
If you don't decide, everybody gonna die. 20,000 people angry.
I'll just shoot at some people.
Nice.
Which one? Wait. What are you shooting?
Heavy bolters shooting civilians who
Wow.
are trying to get onto other people's tanks. Is that acceptable?
You gonna fire a third tank?
Yeah. Gently.
While you're up there. So yeah. You see people coming up the other side of the tank behind Tanner's person.
Get him. Just don't miss.
Okay. Well, wait. If
Our tank
that
has health.
no, I don't know. Are there?
Just don't roll double so you'll hit him.
No, listen.
Hey, can I give you?
Are there
an idea?
little? Hold on. Are there little
No, sorry.
holes in the tank that I could poke my sniper rifle out of?
Nope.
I hate all of these options. Fine. I don't know.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
And I don't have anything useful. Well, I guess I have Tedicue. And I can cook.
Perfect time. Lots of
We must
material.
appease the people.
You could have the best pies in London.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
I know that
in
one.
London.
That play is going on at UVU right now.
It's
amazing.
amazing.
Are you guys watching
I'll do
it?
it. 5, 6, 7,
Stop.
10.
I said stop before you said 10.
I said 9.
I don't freaking know. This is really stressful.
Honey, do something.
I'm trying to
And
think
me
of.
too.
Well, I know, but
Better than the main gun.
Do it.
Chicken.
stop.
Do it. Do it. You
Freaking
won't.
Fine.
Oh.
What am I shooting?
I don't know. What are you shooting?
I'm trying to.
You've got the
There's
drawbridge in
one
front
car.
of you.
Well,
Then you've
would
got
it
the
be
people around you.
beneficial to shoot the drawbridge at all? Would
I
that
don't
make
know.
it go down?
Do you feel trapped?
Yes.
Maybe
I
it
mean,
is.
we can't really.
I'm not going to give you ideas. And what is your character feeling right now? No, that's Katie.
I know.
Katie feels stressed. Your character's fine.
Well,
I mean, her
I'm,
character
I'm
is surrounded by
trapped.
thousands of angry civilians.
And I'm
And
little.
they're all taller than you.
I know. I'm a Leon.
All people.
No.
Yeah, I'll fire the big gun at the drawbridge and hope that
Out of the way,
helps.
Peck.
Thanks,
Do it.
Tanner. Okay. Gosh, I just don't know. Hey, there we go. I rolled 22.
Hey, now.
What part of the drawbridge are you shooting?
The part that
The
makes it fall.
mechanism.
Okay, smart. Do damage.
How much damage does the big cannon
Yeah, I
do?
don't know.
It's a stupid.
How do
I think it's 40-10 plus
Oh,
10.
it's close. It's 3d10 plus 10.
I feel so dumb.
That's also blast 10. Concussive 3. Oh my gosh.
That's
What's his pen?
24.
Penetration 8.
Wow. My plasma
So wait,
gun
what
is
is-
on
what
the same
damage did
level
you
as this.
24.
It's actually slightly
That's
better
it.
other than
I rolled a 7,
blast
a
damage,
5, and a
so
2.
Okay.
That was a 5.
Yeah, you shoot the mechanism, and it looks like it jams and starts smoking. Oh, glitchy. Flamey. Smoky.
Keep shooting until it falls,
Oh.
Your turn, Mr. Sergeant.
unless you don't want to.
That's how my chain of command works. Do it unless you're not
Do
feeling
it
it.
now,
That's
unless
okay.
you hate it.
You have your agency.
That was pretty good.
Not in this.
What was the? Am I up next? So am I getting like any info from like the others? Are they reporting what's going on? I guess they should report to their sergeant, and their sergeant should report to me. Would be the easier way to do it, so I don't have like 50 reports coming in. But
Sergeant, this is Pete Graves. Also Sergeant.
Oh, throwback.
Sergeant Graves, what's the situation over in your sector?
Not sector, but part of the highway. Pretty crappy. There's they put holes in the highway like you said, and there's things coming up, and it looks like they're grabbing people, dropping them down the holes.
Oh, like the civilians?
Yeah.
Gross.
I guess kill the
So we
civilians before they can get them.
You hear them scream,
Oh no.
and you look over that way, and one of the downed Scorpius disintegrators,
Uh-oh.
or not disintegrators, it's the Dune Striders. The cultists have taken over the turret, and they're blowing up Lehman Russ tanks.
All right. Shoot that thing.
Shoot that thing.
So how close is it?
That thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely in range of whatever you think you want to do.
That thing.
Okay.
The hoverboat.
So I guess prioritize taking down fallen ships before the enemy can get to them, or fallen vehicles,
Uh-oh.
and then I'll hop over into the main cannon.
You see the dune crawlers offering support, and as tanks are overrun, they're blowing up the tanks and firing into the civilians. They've got all the top turrets have hop open, and there's Skitarii inside, and they're just firing like rapid fire weaponry into the crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and the lasers are definitely shooting at downed vehicles, and they're doing this thing where they combine fire, so like 3 or 4 of them will be like on the same tank. That way each shot takes an enemy down.
Good work.
But you've lost 5 tanks so far.
All right. So the problem is that none of the tanks are mobile, right?
You can tell the other tanks, there's different tech priests and stuff working on them,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get them going. So there's an effort.
Yeah. So I guess the people, tech priests try and fix what they can. The people in the tank will keep trying to shoot civilians and down vehicles.
Yeah.
I would really
And you know that
prefer
she
that
shot.
we don't call it shooting civilians, even though that's what we're doing.
All right,
Okay.
massacring civilians. And
I got got an idea for that, but
And then you saw her shoot the drawbridge too.
All right. Keep working on fixing the vehicles. Hopefully the drawbridge will be down soon and we'll be able to move on.
You get a call back on one. You need assistance dropping the drawbridge.
Assistance would be appreciated. Whoever's at the front of the
2 tanks
left
fire
flank.
at the drawbridge.
Nice.
Continuing to damage it.
Yeah. So I guess I spent most of my time dishing out orders, so I wasn't really able to shoot or anything. So
No worries.
yeah,
That was a
Tanner, while you're on top of the tank, you notice the Dune Striders that were able to land and deploy their troops and there's Skitarii going through the crowd, and they're just vaporizing people with their weapons. But you're talking about 300 versus 20,000.
yeah.
So it's a lot of work. It's like mowing the lawn.
Oh man. I raise up my Omnissiah axe and I go.
oh no.
Are you the Tuscan Raider? Prioritize fixing the tank.
Oh yeah.
I did that well.
Also, there are people climbing up behind you, right? You turn around to fix the tank, and they're right there.
Are you gonna fix the tank?
Yeah, that's what I want to
Well,
do.
then you better use that techish.
All right, let's do this. So I have an MIU, a combi tool, and a utility mech. So this should be pretty chill.
Let's do it.
Gotta
Maybe.
use my fate point.
Let's go.
Heck? How many fate points do I have?
1.
Just one?
Unless something cool happened with you.
Nerd.
I have 2.
Oh.
Did you earn that?
I don't remember
I
how.
actually don't have fate points listed.
Well, you use that.
I know.
Wait, I need to look up something because I might have gotten it.
Everybody should have 1.
Where's
At
the
least.
the only war book?
Right here. Do you need it?
Yeah.
What's you looking for?
So I have a combi tool, plus 10, but I wanted to see what the utility mech did, which is on page 208.
The utility mech. What this?
What this?
Oh, utility mech at Dendrite. It's on page 209, you liar.
Oh,
Gives you a plus 10 on all tech
Dumbhead.
shifts.
and then the MIU I think just gives me.
Oh. Also, you can generate a blast of smoke every 15 minutes that imposes a -5 to all weapon skill tests be made to all living creatures within a 2-meter radius for 1 round.
Just a pile of
Basically
garbage.
just ink.
Yeah, plus 10 to your techie stuff.
Yeah, I still don't pass.
Oh no!
I know, and I should.
Our only hope.
You can tell it's bad.
This is gonna take me at least another turn.
Also, so you do see that there is a hole underneath your tank, and this person is in the middle of crawling up through the hole, and they have a big crab hand,
That's
Ew.
gross.
and they look at you, and this side of their face has 6 eyes,
Nasty.
and he hisses at you.
I'm gonna swing my thing at him,
Ooh,
right at his claw.
nice.
That's why it moves.
Oh yeah. I gotta show him.
I'm like, this is great.
No, it just happens.
No, you don't understand. I hit it. What the F?
Because you said you hit it.
Just switch your dice.
I know, it is time. UPOS dice.
P-O dice. P-S-O dice.
Yeah, I missed. By a lot. Not even
Cool.
close.
Odd or even.
Even.
You hit The side of the tread mount on your tank can do more damage.
How much damage?
What if it's gotten even?
Narrative damage.
Right. It's damage to the tread, but not really to the tank. Imagine.
The tread's worse than ever.
I heard a noise outside. Was that you working on the treads? You fixing
Yeah,
them?
we're working hard. There's a grab person under the tank.
They're about to go in.
Who?
Right?
What?
There's a hole at the bottom of the tank.
It's the hole. It's the hole in like not the tank,
In
but
the
the
hole in
road
the
beneath it.
What?
Wrong one.
Is the hole in the road or in the tank?
No, it's in the,
It's in the
road.
road.
It's in
Yeah.
the road, not the tank.
So he's just crawling up from underneath the road under the tank.
Yeah.
Yes.
Under the
They're
tank.
doing it all over the place, though.
I know
Because there's
that.
all these people who are swarming the tanks. So
I will
It's
say,
just the dumb one that
so when you
ended
hit
up in
it,
the tank.
like he falls back into the hole because he was trying to like dodge whatever you threw.
Ah,
And perception test.
Crap.
it falls 3,000 feet.
don't pass it.
Yikes. Plus 20.
Yeah, then I pass.
That's cool. Yeah, so you see, you look into the hole, and wow, yeah, you look into the hole,
Wait.
and there's different people with different respirators and stuff. Some of them look very mechanicum, some look cobbled together. There's different forms of mutations and stuff going on, but they've got bikes, and as people are getting dropped through the hole, people on bikes are catching them and taking them over to like mining trucks, and you can tell that there's like mining trucks, there's Lehman Russ tanks down there, there are some Scorpius disintegrators, there's dune crawlers, like whatever vehicles they can get. There's ridge runners,
All sorts of gross crap under us.
and it looks like they're literally like doing a harvest run right now.
I'm gonna relay that information to the sergeant.
What do you relay? Tell
And
them.
to the Skitari.
Tell them.
I'm just gonna say, hey, I just looked into the hole under the tank. It looks like there's different kinds of mutants, from humans to Skitari, and they have different kinds of vehicles, and they're taking people into these mining vehicles. We just gotta blow it all up. Is there any more hovering vehicles left?
Yeah, there's 6.
I'm gonna say I would recommend, like, can you see it from the side, or are they like inside the road?
They're underneath. There's like there's different levels to the roads.
Yeah, so they're like 2 levels below.
Just a level.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're a level below us. I'd recommend any flying vehicles who can take shots just start laying into them.
It's like under the ground though,
But it is under the ground, so
the hover vehicles couldn't get advantage.
okay, so they can't just go to the side and then shoot into the
Yeah.
road. Okay.
Could you tell the
You hear the
Skitari that that's
Skitari.
there?
The Skitari talk back. Would it be pertinent to deploy Skitari down the holes?
Go for it.
Or yeah, if they know any way to get down there as well.
You're like taking cover while you're doing this transmission, and you look over, and there's a Skitari going towards one of the holes, and you see a pure strain gene stiller come through the hole and rip him in
That's the
half.
gross ones.
What if you just drop grenades down the holes?
Yeah, that'd probably be
Or just stick it.
more effective.
Oh, yeah. Everyone stick
Hold on.
explosives. I'm just gonna say no. Don't approach the holes. They're too dangerous.
After you see that,
I
No.
will say
no.
it's too late in your turn for you to say that.
Okay.
We'll get to you though, and then you can say it. Mr. U.
I kind of wanted to. Well, originally I wanted to tell the civilians to lie prone or get shot in the face, but now I feel bad for them, so I'm gonna. Should I tell them, like, the ones that are evil are
If
gonna
you're
attack
not
the
a
same
gene
way?
stiller, run.
Well, yeah, like, basically, honestly, just like keep moving, get out of the way, or killing things here.
Yeah.
No, the Skitari are full on like harvesting mode too. Like
Yeah, that's why we have to kill them before they can harvest them.
you
Yeah,
think
do
you
it.
can get our cattle before we can get our
These
cattle?
are people.
Already kill them before the cancer grows. They're still edible.
No go.
Does it just take a tech use test to try and fix the treads, or do I need
Yes.
to be a fancy dude? All right, well, I got tech use. I'm already outside tech. I'll start trying to work on my treads too, and if anyone gets in my face, I'll shoot them. Yeah. What do I do?
You do a tech use test.
Yeah. Pass.
Way
Nice.
to go.
All right, yeah, you're
Go.
able to kind of fix your
Why
tank.
would we even have a tech priest?
I know.
It's really embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, your whatever it says, that our treads are fixed, and you should move towards the bridge.
Whatever.
Sure.
Towards the bridge.
Towards the
Like
drawbridge.
towards the drawbridge.
Or should we
We
just
didn't get it to go down all the way, did we?
Yeah, but like
We should still.
just sitting here is not helping.
Well, right,
Well,
but
if
if
you-
we turn around, we can flame you.
Yeah, what if we like ingest? Because the flamer is still pointing only in one direction.
Right.
So we have to actually move and turn.
Oh.
I understand. Yes.
Could you, if
Yeah.
that- so in the flamer, it only points the one direction, right? But what's the degree of turns that it has? Could you point it like down the hole?
That's what I was saying. Why can't we just stick one of the tubes down the hole and shoot?
Pew pew.
Maybe flamer.
Doesn't work that way.
Dang.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, they're just mounted. They're just there.
Either way, I would say that we're good to go, and then hopefully we would start turning and just kind of like flaming our way, just kind of like mowing inward, I guess.
Fun.
I don't really understand what our mission is anymore.
Mhm.
I just don't want to die. But then again, my character doesn't really care about dying
Yeah.
either, so it's like, I
But you
don't
don't
know.
want to be taken by the gene stealer.
Yeah, that's gross.
So, yeah, as you're looking around, because you're still standing on the tank, right?
Gene Stealer grabs
Yeah.
you and takes you underground.
Well, I mean, I got down to fix the treads.
Yeah. Yeah, you look over and there's
And grapes, yeah.
Oh,
their designation has been identified as acolytes, which are more xeno-y looking than typical cultist neophytes. And you see them start throwing grenades throughout the crowd that are smoke grenades.
They're gonna start stealing people.
Keep shooting now.
Do we have like a megaphone?
Not you.
Oh! I want to run over to the Major's buddy. He had a megaphone.
The captain.
Commander, that's what it was.
Commander
Commander Ludwig.
Ludwig.
Rest in peace.
Why is it not Ludwig?
Because he's not German enough.
Yeah.
He's
Problem.
pretend German.
Maybe it is Ludwig.
Ludwig?
Once upon a time it was. But then he became a tank commander.
I didn't hear the D at the end of his name.
And it
Did you
was
call him
the
Kurt for
Panzer.
short?
Oh wait, there's people in that tank.
Yeah.
I don't need to go over them. We should just
You
tell them
fixed
to, like-
your tank trend.
Yeah.
Maybe take a shot at him. I don't know.
Do I have
Or
grenades?
the drawbridge.
Hold on. I
know.
might. One dude can't do that though, but I got like
He
grenades.
just like
right?
takes it out of his pistol.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You'd have to roll like 10 Wrath of the Emperors in a row for you to do anything to that drawbridge.
All right, I'm gonna go to a hole for the last part of my action and drop frag grenade down it. Drop all my frag grenades down it.
All of them.
Can I do that? All right. Is there a hole underneath ours as well?
Yeah.
I have 4 frag grenades.
Nope.
And I want to pull the pins, obviously. I don't
Do
want
you
to just
throw
give it
them
to them.
and then pull the pins, or pull the pins and then throw them?
He's like,
Because if you're a psyker, you could throw it and then pull the pin later.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough for that. I'm gonna
That'd be sweet.
pull the pins.
But I thought you can do
You
something
can't.
dexterous.
the
Oh, it's
other one.
precision till they couldn't
Uh-huh.
couldn't have
So you are wrong.
I'm right now.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Pulling pins and dropping grenades down.
That's sorry, I heard
Have
me
a
too.
little bit of that.
I didn't
Yeah,
mean for that
nasty
to-
boys.
I heard my
Kinky.
temple.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did you say kinky? Have a little bit of that, you nasty boys. Let's see what that crap is.
Oh,
Where's the
no.
elephant video?
No. All right. Roll for damage.
What's the damage of frag grenades?
You're gonna roll 8 dice.
8d10.
Alright, well, here's 4.
I have 4 more.
Oh, sick.
Do you need more?
Oh, that's an aesthetic.
What?
No.
8, 10, 18, 26, 30, 34, 40, 45.
None of those were 10s.
None of them were
None,
10s.
but I got a lot of 8s.
Yeah, it was above average, except for the fact that there were no 10s. So there's
Disappointing, but
So 38?
48.
38.
48.
Just kidding.
28.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so yeah, you threw him down a hole, and something exploded, and people are cursing and yelling, and then
Wow.
you see an acolyte run over, and he looks up through the hole at you, and pulls out a hand flamer.
Ah.
He goes,
I don't have dodge.
oh dear.
I don't think any of us do.
No.
Nope. That's dumb.
Dodging is only for cool people.
Yeah.
Soldiers
That might
don't
be
dodge.
the next thing I purchase if I can.
That'll be good because I have an ability that helps people dodge, but nobody here can dodge.
I'll help you dodge. You'll help me what?
What is this?
I'm sorry.
It's,
I'll report you to
There
Hyper
is
Man.
13 damage with 2 pin.
Oh, no. My armor's what, a
4.
4.
3. This is
3.
for some reason.
Oh, so you take 1 off. So
One
what's your
off,
toughness?
and then my toughness is 3, so I take 4 off total, so I take
9.
9, which means I'm not dead, but it hurt a lot.
Do these guys also have crit? Oh yeah, they do. I remember.
Ow.
They have like 2 crit.
You
Oh wait,
son
no.
of a gun!
No, my Z took 7 crit one time.
Oh. Alright, that's my turn, I guess.
Cool. Oh, agility tester, be on fire.
No!
That's true. Flamers do that.
I passed by 3.
Okay. That's fine. Your turn, little miss. Crimson Way.
Gonna shoot at the drawbridge again.
Hey, you.
Yes,
Drawbridge, the
sir.
shot.
Hey. I don't
Teacher.
do it.
Leave the kid. You missed.
Oh, you're close enough. Yeah, you got it.
So
Yeah, it's a big target.
Is the
Full
bridge
roll damage. 3 dice.
I
3
know
dice.
it.
had fallen?
You know it. You know.
Whoa. Not very bad.
Not very bad.
Could be better.
So yeah, you
20
fire into it, and a couple other tanks join you,
Oh my nose.
and the mechanism busts, and the drawbridge goes down. Odd or even?
Shoot. Even.
I don't know. Hang on. Do it again.
Even.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's a Warhound Titan going, and the bridge falls right in front of it, and it stops.
Looks over, shoots the bridge up. We all die.
It just looks over,
Excuse me.
and then it sees what's going on, and it starts charging its weapons.
At people?
It's a big blob of you all.
Well,
Shields up! That's not a thing.
Firepower that magnitude.
I mean,
I'm afraid the deflector shields will be quite operational.
Your friends arrive.
Y'all are nerds.
Oh mine!
And the British face to the ground. But anyway, back.
I can't handle you people.
Meth. Not even once. All right. What else? What else are the Steengiller culprits? Are they done?
I mean, we can move, so we can just leave.
Yeah. We're just like, bye.
I'm a head out.
They're
What are you
all
doing again?
dying anyway.
So I was just handling the radio and trying to coordinate on my turn.
Roll. Perception test.
Ah. $91.
Oh my gosh, we can't see
We
anything.
all
Use your hit
deserve
point.
to
I used it earlier.
All right.
That's the swinging toss on.
I think I might
My operator did a test.
too, but
It's the best
I'm
one.
not gonna
Hey,
do it here.
there's knights coming up the rear.
That's not where I want him.
Nice.
But
Nice is that?
Because no one wants that. Well, not no one.
Are Knights
Alrighty.
a gene stealer thing or a?
They're the big titans.
Little bigs.
Little
Oh.
big titans.
Okay.
It's like God with a little G instead of a big G.
Interesting. So
Well, they have taken most of the people, and the ones that they haven't taken kind of want to kill us anyways. So we should leave them.
Yeah,
well,
this
we
is
can't leave though.
We fix it.
Fix it, you
I'm
tech
going
priest.
to-
Continue with status reports in regards to your vehicle's mobility. I'm going to do something. Okay.
What do you see?
And crawl out, look over. There's like the knights back there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you aren't cultists, go down the bridge. Anyone who stays will be shot.
Cultists, please ignore this.
If you're
mess.
cultists, you can stay here. We promise we won't shoot you.
Cross my
Move
fingers.
down the bridge.
Someone shoots at you, but they miss really bad.
Nah, I'll just hop back in.
Also, you can see that people are starting to try to climb the dune crawler tanks as well.
Oh, they're not gonna like that. Like messing with the Imperial Guard or the Astra Militarum, whatever, is one thing, but like the other dudes are.
Most of these civilians are in full-blown panic, by the way. Like, the people who are crawling on the tanks and stuff, you're not sure where they're at or what they are. But, like, I mean, most of these people are, like, total victims here.
Right.
Like, 95% of them.
Right.
Yeah, this is
So-
gonna be the
so I
type of
gave the
thing
ones
that
who
they
were
talk about
able
gets in
to
class in, like, 20
think.
years.
An
You
opportunity
see,
to move down the bridge, and those who don't, well, there's nothing you can do.
You see a pure strain go up towards the back of a Lehman Russ and just, like, slice through the back of it.
Yikes.
And it doesn't blow up, but he just, like, starts ripping it and just, like, putting his arm in it and just pulling out bloody guts.
How many tanks are mobile?
7.
Freaking go.
Alright, lost a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30.
And
And then 8 are dead.
Yeah, just.
So that's like half
We gotta get them out.
by some math.
all right. Drop your explosives down the holes, and any mobile tank, move up to the front.
There are civilians.
So,
They're moving.
Roger that. You see a tank
Squish, 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 squish,
Oh
squish, squish.
no!
and just start, like, busting out people's femurs and calves. And,
oh god.
you see, like different civilians that are, like, families and stuff, and they're trying to get out of the way, and, like,
Babe,
you know,
no.
kids go down.
Stop!
Were they ugly?
Cody! You're not Cody!
No, but they weren't blonde and blue-eyed.
Oh, no.
Oh no! What game are we playing?
It's really bad.
Our
Once
team
you-
commander's last name was Ludwig. Is this 40k still?
Once your tank becomes mobile, drop your explosives down the hole and move up to the front.
We are moving.
Farmers.
And keep moving. Continue with the other orders I gave earlier.
Your turn. You're not one of the 7 operational tanks, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna fix our tank right now.
Do
Here
it.
we go.
I like your confidence. Do you believe?
If he does it,
I believe. I believe.
That
I
should
totally
do it.
get it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and
You
it's
told-
by a ridiculous amount
Oh, nice.
Cool.
because I have unnatural intelligence.
That's
Oh.
unnatural.
Questionable.
Yeah.
unnatural.
Some
doesn't
half.
You,
It's unnatural.
so yeah,
how
you,
dumb he
you,
is.
you turn around to, like, What? Get back on the tank? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Actually, no. I'm right before I do that. I want to stick my flamer in that hole.
Nice.
Yeah,
Just do that right down the hole.
yeah.
Cool.
And
It sounds like
You do that.
whipping cream, just like
And on the other side of the hole, you see this person with a human hand, a big clawed hand, a hand holding a flamer, and then a hand where like these two fingers have contorted into a whip that's about 4 feet long with barbs all over it.
your flamer
Fleshy
ignites
whip.
his flamer.
Ew.
Fleshy whip.
They're on the model. I'm just telling you what's been already made. Hey, you.
Oh
Really?
no.
When femurs also are. All right.
oh shoot! Wait, did he get hit by any of that fire?
No, you just send it down the hole.
And he was great.
He's gonna whip your axe out of your hand.
He's gonna try.
And you're
Wait, he's gonna whip my lightsaber axe out of my hand.
Well, yeah, by the staff.
right.
Okay.
Maybe.
If he
I
misses,
succeed
that'd
in
be
grappling it, so now we do a strength test.
Yeah,
Oh
get
my
ready to get
God.
wrecked.
enough. Yeah, you freaking
Get ready to get
stupid
wrecked.
super buff alien. He's gonna show you.
Crit 3.
Oh, doesn't work. No, him.
Yeah,
pulling.
his doesn't work.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah,
get
she was super cynical. She was like, "This alien should totally be able to do it. Come on."
Yeah, he yanks back and his finger goes. And then he shoots you with his hand flamer.
What? That's cheating.
2 actions, huh?
Yeah.
It's not even like wow wow or ba ba.
That's
It's like
okay. Do it. Light me on
Okay,
fire.
I'll give you another action too.
No, do it. Come on. Let's do it.
All right. Yeah.
Ah!
Oh no.
So, yeah, 11 with 2 pen.
11 damage with 2 pens.
yikes.
So that is 2, 5. So I take 6 damage. So I'm at 3 wounds. And I have to make sure I'm not on fire, right?
Yeah.
Is that agility?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm not on
Homie
fire.
did it.
The only reason I justified that was the forearm thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I was just giving you a hard time. I didn't
Oh, okay, I was like, yeah. Is there anything you want to do?
Yeah.
Flame him against me. He's like, what? I'm cute.
Interrupting
He's
his
pretty
activities.
close, right?
Hmm?
He's pretty close.
Oh, yeah, he's like 5 feet away from you.
I'm going to hit him with my axe.
I'm,
Actually, I really want to, but he might dodge that.
Or
Well,
grapple it
I
again.
mean, he could dodge the flamer.
No, he can't.
I think you've
I would
had
hit him with
people
my
roll.
axe.
Just hit him with your axe.
Yeah, it's not. It probably won't work, but that's what I would do. I'm just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna hit him in his flamer.
Okay.
Oh. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, you won't.
Minus
What
10.
was that?
I don't know.
Minus 10.
That's okay.
It's been a night.
This is an all-out attack, right?
Shoot. What was our ultimate crit?
72.
Gosh dang it.
What is that?
Cool, do an agility test.
You fall into the hole.
I'm gonna burn my fate point.
You're going to burn your fate point? Why?
Because I'm about to die.
Why?
I don't
Do it.
know.
He has no
Do
health.
it.
He's on the outside. He might fall into the hole.
Yeah.
Do it.
Then just wait to die and then
And then
use your
come
fate
back.
point to live.
But then you just come back to life in a hole full of evil dudes. Do
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah, they're gonna
I'm
turn him
doing it
into
now.
a.
Here we go.
He can just replace the character anyway.
Here we go.
It's just a guard.
Oh.
Oh,
and
yeah, he
I got
gets
a
it.
12, so it was a good choice.
And you were telling him not to burn it.
Don't laugh at me. That's not a good thing. You burn your fate point.
I did.
Okay.
You might earn it back.
All right.
Yeah.
What was I
Anyway.
rolling for?
Your turn.
Oh,
What? He hit, right?
No, it was agility.
That was the agility test, right?
No.
No, he was rolling.
I was
that,
burning the fate point to hit his pen flamer.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, then do
Why
damage.
would he burn his fate point if he hadn't rolled agility yet?
He knew.
Ooh, there we go.
13.
Plus my toughness. So 17.
Interesting.
17 with like 6 pen? Yeah, 6 pen.
Cool. And then roll flamer damage.
Flavor damage.
Flamer damage.
Oh, flamer damage.
Yeah, because you're blowing it up
Right.
all over him and potentially you.
So let's see, that's D10 plus 4.
It's okay, you'll just burn a fate point if you.
Oh, that's 8.
8?
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
You take that as well,
Yeah.
and then do agility to see if you're like on fire.
I am not on fire.
Okay, now do agility again.
To see if you fall in.
I passed.
On point.
Cool. So yeah, you don't fall in the hole.
So that's 8
And you're not on
damage.
fire.
So I'm at crit 5.
Wait, it's not. It's 8 damage.
You dropped
but
to crit
that's
5?
Huh?
You dropped to crit 5?
Uh-huh.
Wait, you reduce the damage
Oh, I reduce it with my toughness.
and with your armor.
Oh, and with my armor, so nothing.
So you only
Okay.
you only take 2, right?
No.
I'm not, it's 8 and then 0 pen. Okay.
Is the
2
flame
pen.
rat pen?
Two
Well,
pen.
but it was a ruptured gun, so we'll say no.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, no damage.
Cool.
What happened to the dude?
Oh, he freaking blew up.
Good.
And the axe went through the flamer into his side. And so as his intestines are coming out, they're getting cooked up like sausages all over the ground.
Oh
And they
god,
get that
this
black
is a
they get
gory
that black
section.
crust on one side that people like to eat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it like appetizing?
Yeah.
Or...
I'm just saying Crisis would be really
I
interested in
put
this.
butter on his crab hand
Ooh.
while he's still alive.
Oh, you mean his little
Oh,
no, it's like a nerd's rope. His little
Oh.
finger whip.
Oh, not that one, the crab hand.
Yeah, that wasn't yours.
Oh.
He got the crap.
Well, yeah, well.
Yeah,
This is a
it's
different
hand.
one though. Oh, yeah, I guess it could
So
be the same
it was
one.
like human hand.
I thought there was
With
crab.
crab.
Yeah.
No, it was
human.
like razor claw.
Oh, that's okay.
Fine.
That was pretty rad. I don't regret that.
Yes,
I
that was
No
cool.
wag
I'm
around.
climbing back into the freaking hole now.
In the hole?
Not
The tank.
Yeah, I'm climbing into the hole
He just goes
to
down.
finish the rest of it. No, I'm gonna climb back into the friggin' tank.
For the Emperor.
All right, your turn, Johnny.
So if I looked back at the other tanks, could I see?
Plus your
pure
death
strain.
score. Of course you'd like burn a fate point to
Dude,
kill
was he
someone.
just like running around
Oh,
killing
yeah.
people?
You actually like some of the pure strains that you're seeing in the shadows because there's still grenades and stuff going the smoke.
Yeah.
They're like grabbing people and either snapping necks or giving kisses.
Ooh, that's hot.
I want to specifically start targeting some of these pure strains because like cultists are bad, but pure strains are nasty. He gross. I want to shoot one.
All right, I will put you at a -20 to hit it because they're fast,
They're as fast as.
and that's nice because hard target's -30. I'm gonna give you the -30.
Oh, I want to aim first then.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
Well,
You hit a civilian
Nice.
right in her face.
The
dang.
one he was trying to
I can't
kiss.
believe you killed a civilian.
I spared them. Well, that didn't work. I'll sit on the. I want to like jump on the tank, but not like get at it. Just like because we're moving. I'm on the mobile one.
Yeah, and now you guys are mobile. What do you want to do?
Oh, you're not driving.
I'm not driving. That's useless.
No,
I'm just saying.
his other character's driving, but it's your turn.
I keep forgetting. What do I want to do? Does the main gun swivel, or have we swivel?
Oh yes, goes all the way around.
Dope.
Boom, boom. Nasty boy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and also do
The kisses.
similarly.
They are nasty.
Yeah, they nasty
But-
boys. They need punish.
Oh no.
Shoot it.
This changes everything about the session when I think about it like that.
Big nasty boys.
I don't want to play with you guys anymore.
Unload! Alright.
Oh.
So,
What?
I think I would like to also try and kill the bad guys.
Kill the bad guys. So the civilians.
with the big gun.
What was the
At this point, it doesn't really matter
There's
who I
3,
hit,
10,
Yeah,
but I
that's
would
good.
like to go aim towards one of the holes specifically.
Pacificleers.
Oh dear.
Yes, so I'm gonna do that.
3d10 plus 10.
I
I'm sorry.
got it.
Yeah.
Ish. Rolled a 40.
Around.
My ballistic skill is 45, or opposite. Ballistic skill is 40. I rolled a 45.
Did
Alright,
you aim?
you
I did say I was aiming for one of the holes.
Didn't you?
No.
Give us